£50,000 new deal for Alejandro Garnacho on the way, and United are pushing hard to see to it that they really get this guy tied onto a longer contract at Manchester United. Then Sancho's reason for really deleting every post of him from his social media platforms has been really let to us known by the correspondents of United from the Manchester Evening News. Then lastly, Cristiano Ronaldo has been offered to Real Madrid. Remember the first story today, we did a story that Chelsea might be interested in signing Cristiano Ronaldo in the January transfer window. Welcome to United Matters channel. How are you guys, and where are you watching us from? Welcome back from the opening game of the World Cup. That was a little bit of a boring game according to me, but if at all you want to see my reaction to that game, go onto the Rokani Media Football, Qatar 0, Ecuador 2. My reaction is already there and it's doing very well, and people all over the different parts of the world are really watching it, and that is really making me happy because, guys, it has been really a very long journey for us on Rokani Media Football and the United Matters channel, but you guys are making us meaningful to the world, and obviously you are giving me bragging rights. And thank you guys for being part of this long journey, and that's why I call you up to go on and subscribe to this channel. We are left with close to 40 subscribers to hit 9,000 subscribers, and I believe by the end of this week that will be done, and the entire month of December will be counting down to 10,000 subscribers. And obviously we want to enter 2023 with a big bang and having close to 10,000 subscribers. That will be a milestone that you guys would have made. Rokan David is my name. Give this video close to 200 likes to see to it that you show love to Alejandro Garnacho, because he's being tied on a new contract by Manchester United. But let me bring you up to speed. Remember, close to a month back, before we went into the World Cup break, a story came out and emerged from Samuel Lucas, a United correspondent for the Manchester Evening News, that Erik ten Hag is going to use this World Cup break period to assess which players should be rewarded new contracts and which other players shouldn't be given new contracts. Players that are being looked at is David De Gea, Diego Dalot, Luke Shaw, Fred Rodriguez. There is this guy, Marcus Rashford, and there is Anton Martial, there is Alejandro Garnacho, and who else? Have I left any other player out? I believe those are the players that everyone is eyeing at to see to it that they are being given new contracts. For Freddie Rodriguez, a story first broke out by James Robson, a United correspondent for The Goal, confirming to us that United are really going to award him a new year contract of 3 years. But later that story was turned down by Laurie Whitwell, a correspondent of United at The Athletic, that they are not going to give him a new contract. Something that really made me happy, because you can't give a player like Freddie, who is a bench player, a 3-year contract. He's earning close to £140,000 a week. That means every month you are spending close to £500,000 on him. So for a year, that is close to £8 million. 3 years, that is £24 million. Why don't you go in and get that money and bring another player who is going to help us, like the likes of the Enzo Fernandez? And that was my input into that, and I was very much happy that Ten Hag doesn't want to give Freddie a new contract. Now let's talk about Alejandro Garnacho. Came in 2020 from Atletico Madrid, played 2 years at Manchester United, signed a 5-year deal at Manchester United, and the deal is expiring in 2025. But with the form that this boy has gone ahead to really go on and really show on the field of play, the board of United has sat with Ten Hag, and Ten Hag has told them, please, I've stamped this guy's performance, and Ten Hag has gone ahead to clear his new contract to be really extended. And obviously this boy has been doing wonders for United ever since he came on through in that game of Sheffield that we won 3-0. Now, the first person to come out and really let us know about this was Harry Pratt. He's a sports writer for decades, and he writes for the Daily Sport and Mirror Sport. In his own words, he told us that Alejandro Garnacho is close to signing a new long-term £50,000 a week contract at Manchester United. He currently earns £5,000 a week. There is optimism Garnacho's new deal will be completed before the end of the year. Now, when you come out and put up performances like the one he put up against Sheffield at Old Trafford 3-0, he went away at Real Sociedad, he scored a goal. He played against Aston Villa, never played well, and he came on through and played some 18 minutes. were they 18-28, I think 18 minutes against Fulham and scored a winner, obviously, you have to get appreciated. And this is why I love Erik ten Hag. He's not like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. If it was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he would have gone in for his favorites. Even if Garnacho came in through and did very well, he wouldn't have rewarded him and given him more games. But for Erik ten Hag, he gives you the chance. You go in and do exactly what he expects you to do. He gives you another chance to go on and play the game of football. And now, Alejandro Garnacho has been rewarded by Manchester United, and they are going to multiply his salary by 10 times. I believe he's worth it. One, tying him on a longer contract is great. If they are going to add on more 2 years, meaning that he will be here until 2027, those are 5 more years at Manchester United. And obviously, I believe with time, if at all he goes on and performs very well, something is going to be added into his contract and is going to be performing very well. So I believe Erik ten Hag is on the right way, and this player is under the right manager. Erik ten Hag's reputation is so much reputable as far as improving and grooming young talent to the world stage. You look at the likes of Matthias de Ligt, look at the likes of Onana, Anthony, Donny van de Beek, talk of Frankie de Jong, Ziyech, and very many others. Dusan Tadic, look at Sebastian Haller, who came from West Ham, very, very, very floppy. And when he crossed to Ajax, went ahead to score close to 12 goals into the Champions League. It shows you that this manager is really good at grooming young players. And Alejandro Garnacho is really great into good hands. But my worry is that the £50,000, won't it really make him insane? Remember what happened to Jack Wilshere at Arsenal. He was one of the best talents that I've ever seen come out of the Elhen Academy of Arsenal. But after playing two good seasons, he went into smoking, and obviously because of the too much money that was given, he almost really let his career down. So I believe Ten Hag is the best disciplinarian that I've ever seen, and he will go on and really discipline this guy. I believe Arsene Wenger got it wrong for Jack Wilshere, and he never really disciplined him, because Erik ten Hag saw Alejandro Garnacho as one of the best players at Manchester United, especially as far as the offensive game is concerned. But because he arrived twice at the training ground late, before they went for the preseason training away in Thailand and Austria, he benched him and he never played none of the games we played in Thailand and Australia. He gave him only one game he played against Ray Volcano. And why did he do that? Because the attitude of this boy was not right. But after his attitude got right, Ten Hag got him in the game of football, and obviously the boy is performing very well. But his talent is not regrettable. It's undoubted. He's really a talent, and I believe he's even more than a generational talent, because he really has a lot of minerals and ingredients in his game than any of the wide left attacking forwards of Manchester United. Then afterwards, after Pratt came out and really told us that, guess who came out next? It was Fabrizio Romano today, and told us that Manchester United are confident to get Alejandro Garnacho's new deal done and sealed soon. Negotiations are in progress after first proposal in June. United want Alejandro Garnacho to be an important player for the present and for the future. Mark those two words, present and the future. You see, for Ten Hag, I believe he's a more man manager than Sir Alex Ferguson, and is better at planning more than Sir Alex Ferguson. Do you know why? Ferguson groomed Cristiano Ronaldo, and he never knew that maybe Ronaldo would at any time turn heel against him and go away from United and go to another team. What happened? Ferguson thought Ronaldo was going to be like Cristiano Ronaldo. And if I told you, you've ever read Ferguson's book, he included that into his book. He thought that I had groomed a player or a weapon to go on and really terrorize all the Premier League teams for the next 10-15 years, because I believed in him and I had made him the best goal scorer in the world. Remember, Ronaldo in the season of 2018, when United won a double, a Champions League and the Premier League, he scored 42 goals. So that is Ronaldo for you. And if at all you want to watch all those 42 goals, you can go to the YouTube channel of United and you put there Ronaldo 42 Manchester United goals. He scored 42 goals that season 42 goals, and obviously won the Ballon d'Or. And Ferguson thought that if at all I'm having Ronaldo with me, I'm really going to go on and really win. Obviously, he was right, because having a player who can average 40 goals a season with the likes of Wayne Rooney, Alex Tevez, and very many others with you, we were going to dominate the season. But Ronaldo betrayed Ferguson and left. But Ferguson never had a very huge plan, and he said that he was not going to go on to get a player coming in from Latin America to make him great again and really build the team on him, because their destinations are always Barcelona, Real Madrid, AC Milan, or Juventus, and he capitalized on grooming English players. That's why you saw to it that there came a time when you're having Chris Smalling, Phil Jones, we had Wayne Rooney, we had Darren Fletcher, the likes of Tom Cleverley, we had Gibson, Ashley Young, Danny Welbeck. You see, we had almost 6 or 7 English players into that United side, something that really let us down. I believe that's where Ferguson got it wrong in his plan. But for Ten Hag, I believe for Alejandro Garnacho, he knows that I can get more Alejandro Garnachos. And I believe the scouting network of Erik Ten Hag enables him to get in more players at Manchester United and obviously see who is really going to go on and lead the line or do the needful if at all Alejandro Garnacho leaves, maybe in future. Because I believe Alejandro Garnacho, coming in from Atletico Madrid, he would have loved to either play for Real Madrid or Barcelona, because those players who grew up in Spain fancy playing for those sides a lot. And I know at a point X, Garnacho will really say bye-bye to United and request to go on to play for Real Madrid and Manchester and either Madrid or Barcelona. But all in all, I believe he's really one of those players that United is going to go on and sell expensively after selling Ronaldo to Real Madrid at £80 million. I believe Alejandro Garnacho, if at all he keeps his curve accelerating to the levels towards his ceiling, obviously we can even sell him £200 million, and obviously United can use that money to go in and really reinforce our squad. And that's what Liverpool did. They sold Coutinho close to £130 million, and they used that money to sign Alisson and Virgil van Dijk. Obviously those players they brought in through made a very drastic change for Liverpool. So I believe Ten Hag has a better plan, and for the now and the future, Alejandro Garnacho is in safe hands. Now, Alejandro Garnacho is a friend of Cristiano Ronaldo, and Ronaldo has been rumored to go on and be to having been banned from accessing Carrington, and United are going to terminate his contract, and they want to go out. They want him to leave United peacefully and quickly without earning a compensation from Manchester United. Now, Alejandro Garnacho is one of those players that we believe are really going to be the heir to the throne of Cristiano Ronaldo, as stated by Gary Neville, that Alejandro Garnacho's goal he scored against Fulham was the same goal that Ronaldo scored in the same position at Craven Cottage at the age of 18. Though for Ronaldo, it was not scored late. He scored it around the first half or 50th minute, but obviously he almost has the same glimpses and cameos of Cristiano Ronaldo. And obviously he's the heir to Cristiano Ronaldo, and let's see what is happening in the camp of Cristiano Ronaldo after the heir to his throne is going to be given a new contract at Manchester United. We've been told by Luis Miguel Senses for the Sport that Ronaldo Cristiano's entourage have offered him to Real Madrid in a 6-month deal to replace the injured Karim Benzema. Florentino Perez is looking for a striker, and Ronaldo would like to return to Real Madrid. So, Real Madrid is really having problems. Remember yesterday I did the story on Rokani Media Football. Remember, stories that don't concern Manchester United are always done onto the Rokani Media Football. And if at all you really want to go on and really watch anything that is not Manchester United, the door is open. Walk out, go to that channel, Rokani Media Football, and you'll find out everything very much produced that side. So, Manchester United is wanting Ronaldo out. Now, the job is simple. The representatives of Ronaldo are really working hard to see to it that they are finding him a club, because what he did was well planned for him, and we all believe that he did it because he knew that there's going to be a suitor for him. But Chelsea is in line, and Real Madrid is the next team to come in through and sign him on a 6-month contract, because Karim Benzema sustained an injury and he got out of the French national team. And obviously, we thought that maybe Antoine Martial is going to be in line. But obviously, the coach of France came out and cleared the air that he's not going to go on and bring in another player to replace Karim Benzema. Having lost Nkunku, looks like they're really having a very huge outflow of these players. Pogba, Kimpembe, N'Golo Kante, which other player? Nkunku, Maginam, and very many others have been out, and now Karim Benzema is the latest to really move out. But that does not only affect France, but it affects Real Madrid because they are not having a centre forward. And I've seen in very many games, Carlo Ancelotti playing Rodrigo as a forward, leading the line for Real Madrid. But good enough, he's scoring goals for them. But I don't know whether in their game against Liverpool, that Champions League round of 16 playoff, whether he will be helpful. This calls for them to go in for striker, and maybe Ronaldo might find himself go to Real Madrid. But according to how he left Real Madrid, I believe he was not in good books with Florentino Perez, because I don't believe that they can really retain him and really get him back to the team. They wanted Gabriel Jesus from Man City, but obviously they couldn't sign in an extra player because they are only given 6 visas of players who are not Spanish, so who don't have Spanish visas. But I think having given a Spanish visa to Vinicius Jr., I believe they can go out and really get in a striker. But I believe they should go in for a more important striker, the likes of this Canadian guy who plays for, is called David something. He plays for Lille in France. Jonathan David. And what is going to make it hard for Cristiano Ronaldo is that there are going to be very many strikers in the World Cup, and obviously Real Madrid is known for buying players who have shown in the World Cup. Remember James Rodriguez? They bought him expensively from Monaco when he really scored 5 goals in the World Cup of 2010 that was down in South Africa. So Ronaldo obviously being looked at by Real Madrid, but let's wait and see what sources from Real Madrid tell us, because this source is not a close source from Real Madrid. It's not Marca, it's not is it Felix something? So let's wait and see what the sources of Real Madrid have to say about this deal. And I think by tomorrow I would have really gotten you a story countering this one, either it's true or not. Now, Jadon Sancho yesterday went ahead to delete all his photos from his Instagram, something that scared most of us, but Samuel Lucas has gone ahead to let us know the following. If I don't know Samuel Lucas is a correspondent of United at the Manchester Evening News. Now, he's telling us that Jadon Sancho is taking a break from social media as he wants to focus on his family and the reminder of the season with Manchester United. Obviously, he's been having a very bad season for me, and he only played like the first 6 games well, but the rest after that Man City game, he fell off totally. And I believe he needs this. Let him rest and let him return with a bang, because we want him to get back to those levels. If Alejandro Garnacho is coming up and really showing us his potentials to that level, obviously Sancho has to go on and really show us that he's really also that player that we expected, because I believe he has a lot in him, more than Rashford, to offer for United, but obviously he is not doing it. Then Rich Fly also, he's a United writer for the Manchester Evening News, continue to let us know that Sancho wants to use the World Cup break as an opportunity to focus on his family life before turning his attention to the next stage of the Premier League season with United, and regarding a starring role in Erik Ten Hag's side. I believe Ten Hag believes in Sancho. He had a very brilliant pre-season. They had a very threatening front three of Martial, Rashford and Sancho, but obviously things never went as desired for Sancho. After playing the first 6 games of the season, he really fell off badly, but I believe he's going to get back. You know, players that are classy are not players that are different from players are different from players that depend on form. Sancho doesn't depend on form. Sancho has a very good touch, jinking feet. He sends players the wrong way, and I believe he has been a little bit struggling with Manchester United, and maybe his attitude is not right, and Ten Hag is trying to get him to the levels of playing for Manchester United and knowing what the team is all about. And obviously Ten Hag has gotten this rightly after taming the egos of Ronaldo and Harry Maguire and the rest of the players at Manchester United, that no one can be benched at Manchester United. Even Luke Shaw was benched. You saw that game of football. After Brentford, in the second half, he was taken off the pitch. Malacia came in through and played close to 6-7 games for United. Luke Shaw was on the bench, then returned and played well in the game of Omonia, and he retained his position. So it shows you that Ten Hag has no favoritism that involves while he's really choosing what we call his players at the club of Manchester United. So guys, thank you very much for watching in. Rokan David is my name. I'm calling for your reactions for the 50,000 pound Garnacho weekly new deal proposed to him that is going to sign. Sancho, reason why he left social media, and obviously Cristiano Ronaldo being offered Real Madrid by his agent and representatives. Thank you guys for watching. Smash the like button, comment and share. Don't forget to subscribe. World Cup tomorrow is on. I think I'll come on through and really bring in some match reactions because I've seen some fixtures concerning United players, like England is playing tomorrow. Obviously you'd expect Luke Shaw and Harry Maguire to start for England. Then Senegal versus Netherlands. Tyrell Malacia, will he start in the Netherlands team? I doubt. And there is USA versus Wales. I don't think that we have any player there. So I believe I'll come in here and really throw you something concerning United players that are into the World Cup. Maybe when the match day is done, I'll be coming here to let you know what is happening from the camp of teams in the World Cup that really have United players. I sign out for now. See you later. One more video left, and I hand it over to the Almighty Lord to really watch over you and protect you abundantly. I'm out.